So we drove to the school today from our hotel, second day in Haiti, and it's very different driving in Haiti. For those of you who've been to other countries in the Caribbean, even in Europe, Eastern Europe, very different than North American driving, and almost chaotic. It seems very, very crazy. No stoplights. People use their horns to communicate to each other. They are using their vehicles to indicate to each other where they're going and who's going to go first and how they're going to get there. You see a lot of guards on the front fenders for kind of pushing your way through traffic. So a really interesting experience, and it was what I would consider chaotic. It was absolute chaos, and actually, interestingly enough, had police, guiding traffic and calling people forward, moving them on, and they said that it was worse traffic than normal, and it was largely attributed to the police trying to help. So there's almost this orderliness in the chaos because the people understand the system. They know how it works and they know what to do. They understand kind of like the rules of engagement because that's what they do every day. And sometimes what we think is chaos, what I learned out of this is what we think is chaos to us can be complete order to somebody else. And just because it doesn't make sense in our mind doesn't mean it doesn't make sense to someone else. And so we really challenge the way that I think about life and the way I approach my problems, or maybe some of my chaotic situations. I'm just trying to look at things from a different perspective and realize that how I may be seeing it now is chaotic, but if I switch my perspective, it might actually have a lot of order in how it's working. It also reminded me that sometimes we try to bring solutions to problems that we're facing, or maybe to our friends or our family, but without taking time to really understand where people are coming from and what their situation is all about, our solutions or our version of order can be basically useless. So really, I guess part of what it reminded me of was empathy, and how our emotional intelligence when we're interacting, whether it be with clients in customer service situation, with each other as employees, or just people, your neighbors, your family, that the ability to take on another's perspective or another's feelings and feel with them and drive that connection and that understanding when you're trying to either help them solve a problem or help them get to a realization, that forcing your way of thinking and your version of order doesn't always help. So it's really this ability to take on a different perspective and shift the lens that you see things through. And so that was a big experience and a learning for me as we were almost losing our mirror, our side mirror, running through traffic. Pretty incredible experience. If you've never been outside of your comfort zone, I would definitely challenge you to get out of your comfort zone and take on someone else's perspective, because their version of chaos may make way more sense than your version of order.